Well, kids, this is what you look like when it's 23 degrees and you decide to go riding anyways. It's not something I'm proud of, but you know, it has to be done sometimes. This is the BMW S1000XR. But wait, you say, I thought you only rode KTMs. Well, I may have changed teams, but we'll talk more on that later. For now, we're going to do a first impression ride on this 2018 XR. So the first thing that you notice with the bike is the easy clutch action. Clutch is very smooth on this bike. This bike is also equipped with what they call shift assist, and it's shift assist only on the upside, which means that there's no requirement of the rider other than to just hold the throttle in whatever position it's in and pull up on the shifter, and it makes the nicest, smoothest shifts that you can possibly imagine. The braking action on the bike is excellent. What I will say is that this is a first ride impression, so you'll notice that we're not doing a lot of hot rodding here. We're barely keeping up with the bicycles, and eventually at some point, you know, we'll probably get passed by some cars or trucks. The handling of the bike is it's first rate. Typical BMW. I've owned a number of these bikes, and they're nice. They feel very attached to the road. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. Well, see, there you go. There's a just like I told you, there's a friggin' rusty truck passing us here on the road. So we're not exactly burning the tires off the bike at this point. The engine is a toned down version of the engine out of the RR, which is, as most of you know, a 210 horsepower engine. This one's a little bit detuned, although 165 has got plenty of get up and go. Of course, at this point we're still in a break-in mode, so we're not doing a lot of hot rodding with it as it sits right now. The actual controls are very ergonomically correct. They're simple, they're basic, they're not anything you know, special. Like I said, with BMWs that I've found, it's a lot of form follows function. Even the styling of the bike, while they're decent looking bikes, they are very much form follows function. The seat's comfortable and soft. At this point, it's brand new. It's hard to get a good judge on it. I have put about 600 miles at this point on the bike, so we just barely have gotten it through its first break-in, and everything's gone amazingly well. Ergonomics, typical BMW, very comfortable. I will say that for my own personal setup, I will likely pull the handlebars up a little bit. If you do any stand-up riding, which inevitably you're going to when you go on these longer distance rides, you need to stretch your legs or whatever. They're just a little bit too low, and even the my normal riding position, I'd call it just a tick low. The heated grips work great. I don't really have any comment other than that. There's a 3-position button on the upper right-hand control quadrant there, and they're actually really nice. I did opt to put the GPS by BMW on there, which is really super nice. They're ridiculously priced. I'll just say that out of the gate. They're horribly priced. They're way out of line for what they are. It's a Garmin GPS unit that you know, it's got BMW's name on it. So I guess that's 2 strikes out of 3. But on a good note, they really do work well. It's a touchscreen. You can also manipulate the screen from that left control wheel. That's if you look at my left hand grip there, that striped radial knob there. You move that around or side to side to key through the menus. It's really nice. The motorcycle's display, quite nice as well, very simple. That's kind of how I like things anyways. Not a lot to it, but all the important information's there. Well, that's about it for the first ride impression. We'll see how this goes, and this, as the summer progresses, we'll have a full-blown test where we really start leaning on the bike. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.